that 3-4 hours was basically spent very, very heavily on the community's GE25 experience.
Okay.
The whole Noor Deros issue.
Don't forget, Noor Deros is Singaporean. He got every right to have an opinion about Singapore. It's our politics. It's literally our country. Shanmugam's point was basically bringing in identity politics. If you think in this way, like if you're more Islamist or if you want to follow certain religious ideas of politics, you should vote for this party, you should bring these people in like that. That's dangerous. Because number one is, it's very dangerous for us if we go down that road.
But I think Pritam also kind of like defended his party, right?
He was saying something like how basically Noor Deros kind of crashed the meeting. They did say like, actually we don't need his support. Shanmugam's point is basically you should have come up faster, because Shanmugam's point was essentially that you scored some points, your delay and your slowness in reacting, and eventually even when you react, it was quite a bit vague. He was trying to guess like, oh, is this gonna win him some seats in Tampines?
I feel upset that it was manipulated into that. There was commentary to say that WP actually did meet with Noor Deros. At first they seemed proud of it, like they met with Noor Deros. Then when all the shit happened and they said, well, he wanted to reach out. We don't say no to anyone. If I remember correctly, the rhetoric that they took, according to them, it's not that they necessarily agreed with him.
Yeah, correct. Like no promises made lah.
Yeah, no promises made, but they just wanted to hear him out. So I felt that it was convenient. When you wanted to play on the Malay vote, you say, yeah, we with Noor Deros. Then when suddenly gonna backfire, then you say, no, actually we're just hearing him out. But the thing is, it should not have become a Malay vote question.
Exactly.
That's the reality.
That was the
issue.
He was talking about how like if we go down this road of like identity politics, so you bring in race or religion, majority will win. In fact, if you're a minority, you should not be playing this line.
Yeah, finish, bro.
You watched the 3-hour parliament.
I spent 3 hours of my life, dude.
Why?
I mean, it's no, like, okay, I know you're gonna make fun of me for this, but
no, I won't lah. But I mean, respect. Because it takes a lot of interest to actually sit through. I can't even sit through a 2-hour movie on Netflix, but you sat through 3 hours of parliament.
I think it was 3 hours plus. Like, cause
like you watch, you just watch.
Yeah, that's true. I
cannot commit to Netflix. I cannot commit to even sometimes 15 minutes YouTube videos. You watch 3 hours parliament, you know.
It's boring. I mean, it was boring.
Why you watch? Why? What was the motivation like?
To be honest, it's more interesting if you have somebody to debate with while you are watching. So I've actually wanted to make plans with some friends. Be like, maybe we should have a watch party for parliament together, and then we can
a watch party for parliament.
Yeah, so like while listening,
nerd alerts.
Sorry, that's why I say I can't make fun of me. But while listening to like the speech, for example, then like, because I have some friends who are also invested in some of these issues. Like we will debate.
You all watch 3 hours of parliament.
I mean, we will fight with each other. Like,
what's your background? What's the background? Sorry, these are from your class.
No. Like as in my friends from civil society or whatever.
Activists.
Obviously, it's only a particular kind of people that will be interested in this kind of shit. Right? Like
people who problematize everything.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're a regular person who's just going to your job or whatever, you're gonna be like, who cares?
Yeah.
Is it entertaining? So just like
and also because like I mean, for me it's fun because I get to fight with somebody, I get to push back against somebody. Because typically like we got different views. It's not fun if you're talking to somebody who thinks the same way as you. Like, it's more fun if you're talking to somebody who's different. And like, because if it's a friend you trust enough, I can whack and then still maintain that friendship. Like I don't have to be too scared of like, But
I
so
see.
we can just go with it.
You know,
not tiring.
When you finally start work, you're going to spend 8 to 5 doing that. 8 to 5 you're fighting. Okay, 8 to 5 you're arguing.
Yeah. That's why I said I think I'll enjoy it.
You will take the fun out of it, bro.
That's also a possibility. That's also, but the topic very different because obviously for parliament, like it's not. It's less of legal issues, right? I mean, of course, there's some overlap here and there, but it's political issues, which in a sense to me is very fun. And today's parliament in particular, I mean, it touched
at the time of recording,
as of today, like it touches all of us because that 3-4 hours was basically spent very, very heavily on the community's GE25 experience.
Okay. The whole Noor Deros issue.
The foreign interference.
Yeah, I saw some highlights on Mothership and on CNA. I don't know, my normie brain is thinking like, why talk about it now? Like, I think we've forgotten all about it really. Why suddenly bring it up?
Back up?
Could you explain?
That's the reaction I'm sensing a lot online also because not much people are reacting actually. Like this parliament came out as of now a few hours already. And like online, not much chatter, even from the community itself. Even though like a lot of it was seemingly focused on that. Well, kind of like,
because if you see CNA sometimes when they upload certain reels or coverage of certain news, it will get a lot of likes, a lot of shares.
Correct,
but this one not so much.
Not so much, but arguably,
no, it's true. That means I don't know whether people give a shit or not.
Yeah,
honestly, I think people don't give a shit.
Or is it something that they wanted to address earlier on, but because there was no parliament then
that's
not forward.
Technically, it is
schedule.
Yeah, I
it
think
is the second sitting of parliament.
Okay.
So this is the second sitting, and it's the first time that they are airing
second
this.
Substantive one.
And arguably, with what happened with Charlie Kirk and all that, I think previously Minshan already slid into it. The fact that there's grave danger if you use personality politics, if you use race and religion, and you try and put that in our local context, it's going to go sideways.
Yeah.
And I guess today's parliamentary sitting is the first time that they can actually ventilate it in parliament.
In parliament, which means it's for the record.
But I also do feel that they were waiting for it,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure, for sure.
It feels like that. Like there's this energy.
Yeah.
That comes from,
that's why you know, like I'm because I'm such a nerd for this. Right? Like, I genuinely want to do a thing where like I'm just going through the speech and then just like dissecting it, you know, like by line kind of thing. Like, just
really? Why? You have a lot of time.
Not that I got a lot of time, but I think
you do.
I think it's important. I think it's an important topic because the fact is, I mean, we are all minorities here. Right?
Can you explain to me
what?
We're all minorities here.
Bro, you Chinese, bro.
I'm Muslim.
Okay.
But as a race, you are a
majority.
Yeah.
I'm a majority in the country.
You're a majority as a
racial
race.
minority here. In case you haven't realized.
You are a racial majority in Singapore, but you are
religious minority.
Yeah.
That's true. And so like this speech in particular, I think was very relevant for minority, like racial and religious minorities in Singapore. Because that touched on it very, very
so why is it MM community had such a big impact in G 2025? What's the deal?
No, I mean, the Noor Deros, we were caught in the crossfire, remember? Because we covered the thing. And then Noor Deros himself...
Want to call us out lah, want to fight lah, whatever.
We invited him.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't want to come. But, I mean, but essentially, it is that part 2. Okay. Not say part 2 per se, but it's more of like the implications for our local domestic politics. Because don't forget, Noor Deros is Singaporean. He got every right to have an opinion about Singapore.
Yes.
And to, you know, like, I mean, it's our politics. It's literally our country. But the... Shanmugam's point was basically bringing in politics, bringing in identity politics. Like if you think in this way, like if you're more Islamist or if you want to follow certain religious ideas of politics, you should vote for this party, you should bring these people in. Like that is where he's saying that's dangerous because among other things, number one is we are multicultural.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. Yeah.
We have always known this. No, it's not that it's never going to happen. But it's very dangerous for us if we go down that road.
Okay, I understand it's dangerous, but I think Pritam also kind of like defended his party, right?
Correct.
That he is not he's not like bringing the party to that kind of thinking.
Yeah. So he was saying something like how basically Noor Deros kind of crashed the meeting. He came in and then it was like he didn't. They did say like actually we don't need his support.
Yeah.
You know what he was saying, but Shanmugam's point is basically you should have come up faster. Because Shanmugam's point was essentially that you scored some points because don't forget this was against the backdrop of actual elections going on. So he was saying that your delay and your slowness in reacting, and eventually even when you react, it was quite a bit vague. Like, you know, he didn't 100% say like, oh, we reject or whatever. Because he was trying to guess like, oh, is this going to win him some seats in Tampines in particular? Yeah. And we saw the results. It was very close. So I think there was an impact, to be honest. I mean, not fully, not enough, but there was an impact.
Obviously, there was an impact, or else Shanmugam wouldn't have brought this up in Parliament.
Yeah, I mean, arguably that's one. The other thing is also the fact that this happened because don't forget, like that has not happened before in Singapore.
Yeah, and also we saw sentiments as well online. So this is not something that we think is going to happen. It actually is happening.
Yeah, because we saw it for ourselves. There was sizable feeling of like, you know, like is the Muslim or Malay interest being represented enough by the minister?
No, I think I feel upset that it was manipulated into that. Yeah. Like you see, at the end of the day, whatever they're saying now, I don't know, but previously, I think there was commentary to say that WP actually did meet with Noor Deros, and they at first they seemed proud of it, like they met with Noor Deros. Then when all the shit happened, and they say, well, he wanted to reach out. We don't say no to anyone. That was, I think, if I remember correctly, the rhetoric that they took. So according to them, it's not that they necessarily agreed with him.
Yeah, correct. Like no promises made lah.
Yeah, no promises made, but they just wanted to hear him out. So I felt that it was convenient when you wanted to play on the Malay vote. You say, yeah, we with Noor Deros. Then when suddenly gonna backfire, then you say, no, actually, we're just hearing him out. But the thing is, it should not have become a Malay vote question.
Exactly.
That's the reality.
That was the
the issue.
problem.
Yeah, I felt like you are manipulating your Malay electorate. You understand what I mean? Not?
Yeah.
Like you making use of the Malay electorate by trying to make it a Malay issue. It shouldn't have been.
Which it shouldn't be. I mean,
It shouldn't have been.
Oh, okay.
because I mean, it's a G. It's a national level thing.
Like
Right?
it's over, right? We can. I think we can talk about it more openly.
Yeah,
The reality is at the main minister in Tampines was the Minister for Muslim Affairs.
Yeah.
And then you bring in this another candidate to, in a sense, challenge him. And then you have the backdrop of everything that was discussed in Parliament last time.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Between the two of them.
Correct.
It became that argument between...
Yeah, correct. The whole thing. Do you remember? Like I remember, like bumping into friends at East Coast, for example, like from the community. And the first thing we were talking about is Masagos versus Manap.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah, like
I remember that.
Like you think you bring yourself back just a couple of months, at least just a couple of months, like that.
I mean, low key, that was kind of exciting.
It was.
Yeah. I know.
I have to
I
admit
understand
that,
the concerns from Minshan, but as an observer, I'm like, this
No,
is
but
crazy.
because you have to remember, number one, he himself is not MM.
Yeah.
But he is a minority.
Yeah.
So he's coming from a position of as a minister somehow for national security. Because this shit plays into our national security. Because
Yes.
for us, multiculturalism, it is existential. Because if we screw this up, like we are already the best example in the world. Everywhere else is falling to shit over multiculturalism lines.
Okay, correct.
Agreed.
We are one of the only places in the world that's getting this right.
So that should be sacrosanct. We should protect it no matter what.
Exactly. So that's why he's coming in. And actually, he snuck in, not say snuck in, but like he had a very interesting point that I caught in his speech, because he was talking about how like if we go down this road of like identity politics, so you bring in race or religion, majority will win. If you're a minority, you should not be playing this line.
Yeah, finish, bro. It's counterintuitive for a minority to be playing that.
Exactly. I mean, so actually to be honest, because I think some of the MPs also caught this.
Okay.
Like Zul.
Only you watch this, yeah. I saw his posting.
Yeah, because he asked questions. He was like,
I saw his posting.
are you targeting the MM, or are you trying to suggest there is a Malay problem kind of thing? So minister very quickly came out and said, no. You know, like this can happen to any community. But it's just that unfortunately for this G, it was the Malays. I'm sorry, it was.
Yeah.
But his point is also like, if you are a minority, you really shouldn't be doing this, because it has happened to the Chinese before and they have stamped on. Because remember, there were like Chinese businessmen who are connected to CCP.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yes.
I looked it up because I was like, I remember Chinese also have before. It didn't make as big a news, but it was there. So the fact is, it's always, because you have to remember, what is Singapore? Singapore is basically our three biggest races. Malay.
Three? Are you sure?
Biggest.
Chinese, Malay, Indian, three biggest.
Because the rest all too small, you don't even think about, right? But like the three major ones, like all of these ethnicities, there are other countries in the world. China, India, Malaysia.
Yeah. Indonesia.
So that's why the foreign difference thing comes in very closely to the racial identity politics.
Right.
Because if you want to play Indian card, what's stopping India from getting involved? You want to play Chinese card, what's stopping China from getting involved? You want to play Malay card, what's stopping Malaysia from getting involved? That shit is dangerous. And I mean, we are in this line, we know, right? Like information warfare is everywhere all the time nowadays.
True.
So like that's why it's high stakes. That's why, I mean, you said I'm a bit nerd, but yeah, because it's big shit.
So, what can you conclude from these 3 hours of watching?
Yeah, what's the conclusion?
I mean, like, I don't know, you should watch it. I mean, you won't watch it, but you should watch it. Judge for yourself.
I mean, I read the article, the report on it.
Yeah.
But 3 hours, nobody gonna sit through that.
Yeah.
No, because for me, like, I'm like, the articles don't do it justice. I need to listen and then.
So your conclusion, what's your conclusion?
Was this a very good session? In Parliament, or it could have been
there were
better?
parts where it was painful, honestly, because like there were parts where, it was just like Pritam and Shanmugam going at each other.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was kind of painful. Like my tolerance for this
what was Pritam's point? Like, what was he?
No, he was saying
he was skirting along. Like, trying to explain.
He was trying to explain, for example, that they didn't set up the meeting. He did eventually come out and clarify. Like maybe it wasn't as clear as it could have been. Maybe it wasn't as concrete as it could have been, but he did come out to clarify. And he also raised the point of you can't expect us to be very fast because we're a small party. So I mean, there were all these.
But he also cannot skirt the fact that it was clearly part of his strategy to feel
That's the thing, as political observers.
You are suggesting that it was part of his strategy, but we don't know what.
Exactly.
We don't know what. Yeah.
As observers, because at that point, I remember we had this conversation.
Yeah.
It looked like that. Most people in the community thought that was the strategy.
True.
Eventually, it boiled into that. Right?
That was the vibe. Yeah, that was the vibe that I got. Like, oh, okay, Masagos versus Faisal.
Because remember, we had a watch party. Even the people who came. Like we had that conversation, right? When it came to Tampines specifically, because that was the whole line around it. So like Rama was saying, like you can't run away from it. Like, that was what it turned out to be. So Pritam was kind of trying to like massage that away a little bit. But I mean, unfortunately, I think maybe it just wasn't the best call.
What about this another WP, I don't know, MP or backbencher mentioning about
the Tiong it,
asking
Critical
PAP to
spectator, right?
Asking to PAP to what? Call out.
Yeah.
Critical spectator, Michael Petrius.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently from Poland. Is that foreign interference?
Kurva. That's the
because sometimes you see certain MPs also agreeing to what? Or is it ex-MPs?
Oh, yeah.
So if you remember, right, because Noor Deros and whatever, so critical spectator, even in my circles, like we are constantly talking about how the guy should just shut up.
Yeah.
Like he is a fucking menace online.
He's not from here.
No, as well as
but they want foreign interference, or he also has a right to. What's your opinion on him?
No, so
he's not Singaporean. No, what right?
I think
should the incumbent call him out like we totally,
to be honest, I think they should. I think they should just say that his brand of like commentary and whatever is not healthy for Singapore.
Oh, you think the incumbent should
it's not healthy.
Come on and say that?
Remember Calvin Cheng?
Yeah.
I mean, and Calvin Cheng
Who
is
can
Singaporean.
Forget, who can forget?
And the kind of shit that he said about sending the activists to
Did you see what he recently posted?
I don't know. Where is it?
I don't know. I stopped following him already.
It's a lot of hot air.
I'm keeping my cortisol low.
It's stress, right? When you read some of his shit.
Yeah, I mean, not now.
But critical spectator is basically that, but somehow it's worse because he's not Singaporean. He's not even local.
Yeah, then what's his dealio? Right? What he want?
So that's why you were saying, right?
Clout.
Partly it's
Clout,
probably that.
influence, pulling his own kind.
Correct. And I suspect that I'm willing to bet that he's getting paid by some foreign somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
To destabilize. Is it the CIA?
I mean, to be honest, that's what a lot of commentaries do, right? Like, as in overseas, you can write I can write a commentary about China if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? Like, is that foreign interference? Like, that was the question now. That basically.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, a lot of civil society people actually do think he should just shut up. He's not healthy for Singaporean discourse.
Really? Yeah.
He doesn't help.
That's the opinions that you gather from your circle.
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't matter whether you agree with his views, but it's the point that the way that he's making it is not healthy.
Right,
we don't do that kind of that style of commentary in Singapore. But he is running his mouth all the time, and then like you have this kind of question. So it's like, is it unfair?
Will he say that you are xenophobic?
I mean, I don't dislike him because of where he's from, but it's more of because he's an asshole.
Okay.
But Shanmugam's point was basically like, if you can't, Shanmugam is basically saying, as far as he can tell, this doesn't amount to foreign interference. Because he's not telling people to vote for somebody.
Right.
Okay.
He's just writing a commentary about Singapore policies, government policies, whatever. But he hasn't crossed that line of saying like, vote for them if you think this, which is what Noor Deros did.
Yeah.
Do we have laws surrounding this?
No, they don't have that one.
No.
Don't have.
Foreign interference, but I haven't.
Foreign interference, I have.
Oh,
yes.
But the
Like,
Noor Deros issue is not foreign interference, right? Because
he's Singaporean.
he's Singaporean.
Yeah, and I mean, like, also, if you want to write, like, economists, US journalists, publications can write. In fact, universities do it all the time, right? They publish articles about Singapore's policies, government, whatever.
No, so usually it's just the POFBA or what do you call this? I mean, if it's defamatory and all that, then
Standard
can go to
standard
court,
laws,
yeah.
yeah.
But specific to what you can or cannot say, not really. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe they should think about that.
That's censorship, dude.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I know. But don't you think they'll be probably like, we should have a policy on this?
I think policy-wise, okay, clear. I think I would be in support.
Or we have enough already in place?
No, I think we, as a country, irrespective of a party, and this should be independent of party. What is Singapore's identity? Do we want to go down that road of playing race, religion kind of politics? Because to me, we cannot afford it.
Very clearly, no.
Cannot, because I strongly believe that as a minority, we will be killed off.
Yeah.
So I think we should have a clear stand that as a country, we are not going to tolerate that, push that away.
The good news is that all the political parties did actually say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came out, all of them.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Even Gomez Singh, I think.
That you don't like.
Remember? Remember that guy? Yeah.
Who's not gay.
Yeah.
Not gay for Pritam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you on the next podcast, only on planb.sg. Bye-bye.